Wakanda forever! Red Dreaded Entertainment, what is up, guys? My name is Akasan, and I have something I need to talk to you guys about, because I woke up this morning and my Twitter was blowing up with lots of complaints from a lot of my other YouTuber friends, particularly my girl, the World of Cali. She was just informed that actually her channel was was demonetized in, well, not technically either that. And on top of that, even my channel was punished by YouTube. Let me go ahead and read you what it said. YouTube emailed a bunch of YouTubers today. Under the new eligibility requirements announced today, your YouTube channel, World of Cali, and my channel as well, Red Dreaded Reaction, is no longer eligible for monetization because it doesn't meet the new threshold of 4,000 hours of watch time within the past 12 months and 1,000 subscribers. As a result, your channel will lose access to all monetization tools and features associated with the YouTube Partner Program on February 20th, 2018, unless, this is a key point, unless you surpass this threshold in the next 30 days. And accordingly, this email serves as a 30-day notice that your YouTube partner programs are terminated. All right. Interesting. One of YouTube's core values is to provide anyone the opportunity. See, this is a lot of things people are skipping instead of ranting on Twitter. The opportunity to earn money from a thriving channel. Creators who haven't yet reached this new threshold can continue to benefit our Creator Academy, from our Creator Academy and our Help Center, and go all the resources in the creator site to grow their channel. So there's two sides of this that I'll talk about here, and I kind of get it, but I gotta come at you guys from the side of someone who once was at that level, at that point. And when I was at that point, at that level of under 1,000 subscribers and whatever hours watch time wasn't even a goddamn thing at that time. It was all about views, right? And that, like that. I remember I was happy with just having 100, like I was like, damn, 100 people are watching my shit. I wasn't really thinking about money at all. And I think that's a very important thing I want to talk about first and foremost. But I wasn't really happy. I wasn't really concerned about making money ever with this sort of venue, with YouTube. And I think a lot of people have kind of lost sight of what happened with YouTube over the years. You know, YouTube's only been under monetization for about, my account is 10 years old. My YouTube account is about 10 or 12 years old. I've only been serious about it for the last 4 years or so. I've been putting stuff on YouTube though for the last 6-7 years. I've been and then previously when I first opened it up, it was because MySpace restricted me from uploading videos, okay? So when I was just putting stuff up, I was like, damn, okay, 10 people watched my shit. Damn, 10 people actually liked it, like that. It was cool. And it was just a small community where I was just talking to people. When I came to Japan, I would upload videos and I would just have little rants, and people were communicating with me, people were talking with me, and it was my little sort of connection piece to back home. I'm talking about America, just talking about Japan, talking about my life, and just, it was a cool little community. I had more people genuinely invested in my life back then than I did now, than I do now. And it's really hard to see that now because it's more, we've shifted the focus a lot more and people are interested in what I'm interested in, but only within like the weekly Wednesday What's Up or the weekly show that I put, you get the people that really care about what I do. And I have actually cut down a lot on talking about my private life and about Japan because quite frankly I moved to an area where I don't really talk and experience Japan as much, and YouTube has become more of a career. So I think it's important to keep that in mind, is that in the advice that I would give anybody starting out a channel is like, if you're going to be doing it for money, if you're going to be doing things for money, then you should have no problem achieving this goal. And financially speaking, factually speaking, 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers is not that hard to get if you're money oriented. If you're really trying to get, and it's not a lot of money to begin with at all. I don't know what the watch time factors or so anymore. I've never used watch time or view, I've really used views, but I'll take my girl, The World of Cali, for example. She has over almost 4,000 subscribers, so make sure you check out her channel. But the thing about it, the problem is that she doesn't really update her channel enough. And YouTube in the last 2 or 3 years have changed. We've talked about this already with the monetization situation and the trending page. YouTube is not the channel for once a month, once a week uploads anymore. Unless you were really in there really early, and you got a fan base where you can afford, you have a fan base where you can have weekly uploads, and that's that. It's not that place anymore to expect money. It's a good venue still, where it's a free storage place to upload your videos and then utilize those videos elsewhere. It's like my friend YouTuber Drift Hunter Albel. He was saying, I mean, AdSense is the worst place to try to make money. If you're only depending on AdSense and you're trying to make a career off of that, that's a terrible idea. And that was one of the things that the whole adpocalypse should have showed a lot of people thinking about getting into YouTube, is that if you're basing everything on AdSense, it's a big issue. Now, especially now, there's Patreon, there's sponsorships you can get with through third-party people, networking type of ideas. There's different ways you can utilize it, but I really think that if you're getting into it for money, then there's no problem for you're going to be making videos. If you're getting into it for money, then you're making videos that are going to be clickbaity. You're going to be making videos that are tantalizing an audience that's going to drive people to come get you, right? To come subscribe to you and watch more. So that's that. If you're doing it for fun, then this shouldn't matter at all for you. In that you'll be able to get that. If the advice I have always given is, a lot of people just say, oh, just be yourself. Nah, that shit don't work. I say, be yourself. Find a talent. Find a passion that you're interested in. Still think about that old YouTube mentality where people just got on here and didn't care about money. Like, the whole monetization thing wasn't even a thing. People just would put on videos and just straight vlog just because they wanted somebody to talk to or they wanted their opinion known. Find what you're good at, the passion that you're enjoying, put that on YouTube. When you find that, and when you start getting people really listening to you, develop that as the skill. Make that the skill, then hone in on that skill, and then exploit that skill to where it's irreplaceable. You're one of the only people that can do it, and then start profiting off of that. Once you start profiting off of that, that's your skill. That's the only thing that's the thing only you and maybe a few other people can do. So for example, with my particular situation is I do J-vlogging, right? I do J-vlogging, and I'm not exactly the best J-vlogger, so I didn't really hone in on that the most, because I basically got tired of talking about Japan for, and I do it here or there, but I knew at one point that I wasn't going to be like the top. I can't be like Charla in Japan. I can't be like Rachel and June, because I don't really have that interest in Japan the same way they do. I don't have an interest in making videos the way they do and getting those type of people. And when I really started doing the numbers, I was like, this is a lot of time for me to be focusing on for just this amount of money. Like that. But there's one thing that I am really good at, and that's analyzing CMBs, talking about comic book stuff, doing that sort of stuff. And that goes back to my where I started discovering reactions and doing reaction videos. And I was very good at doing reaction videos, but I knew that I could broaden that into something more, become something else, you know? And that's where we got into reaction, recap sort of videos, the shows that I produce. And now we're doing something for Hulu here, Hulu Japan, and my mouth is getting dry. But the point I'm saying here is just you hone that, you make a skill, and then you become irreplaceable at that. And now at this point, I have people that message me every day on Twitter or through YouTube, and they want to know what my opinion is on such and such going on in this world. When the Logan Paul situation happened, you know, not everybody needs to make a video about it, but people messaged me and because they wanted to know my thoughts. You live in Japan, you're a YouTuber, what do you think about this, Akasan? And I can make a video on that, and it made what, almost 400,000 views or something like that. So, and trending on YouTube. So I think that's the way we have to look at this, and I think that's where a lot of bigger channels look at this, and that's my advice to the smaller channels out there trying to be known. On the other hand, what I also want to say here is I want to give you guys an opportunity to showcase the smaller channels, showcase this, take this as a huge advantage. And this is the thing I saw of everybody bitching and complaining on Twitter. I actually looked at their channels, and I'm like, well, you only have like 35 views, like, you know, on each video. You only have like 60 people subscribe, which is great that people are interested in, but here's the biggest issue is the fact that you only update once a month or so. And what exactly are you losing? Because it doesn't seem like there was a lot of money there. It's not like suddenly somebody took maybe $5 at least, but on top of that, the whole AdSense threshold, I believe, if I remember correctly, was $50, right? I have some of my older channels, there's still money. When I was, interviewed Jessica Negri, I was the first person to interview her about 10 years ago. There's still money on that channel that I created that I have never collected because it's never reached that threshold of being put out and such. So I think that's something to also keep in mind, is that there's not much you're really losing. They're moving the goalpost. Yes, they're moving a goalpost a little bit further, but when you actually get it, I look at it the same way as when I got the silver play button. What the silver play button was supposed to mean at that time, hitting over 100,000 subscribers, was the idea that you're doing YouTube full-time, right? And that you can quit your job. Remember those days when people could announce that they're quitting YouTube to quitting their job to do YouTube? It's the same way. It's just it's a longer threshold, but the goalpost is a little further out there. But if you really are serious to try to make money and such on YouTube, then it shouldn't be a problem to reach that and start getting that money in. And it's at that threshold, though, it's still really not a lot of money coming in. So within 12 months, 4,000 hours in 12 months, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem there with that. But all that being said, I was thinking about what can I do for a lot of you guys, and I feel like one of the best things I can do is allow you to make your case down below. Tell people, let people know, what's your subscriber count right now? How many hours do you have right now? What's your target? What's your goal? You got 30 days here go ahead and let people know in the comments below. State your channels and let people know what you're thinking about, what you're trying to do. Why should they subscribe to you? Why should they invest time in your channel? What's unique? What's interesting? Why do they want to take a look at your channel, right? I think I felt that may be the best way I can help you guys out. On top of that, make sure you subscribe and check out my girl, the world of Callie. And she eats it. My phone was blowing up. What? She has a lot of good stuff. She already has the subscribers. She just needs to put out more content on a weekly, twice a week at least. Even her just talking about herself, brushing her teeth or something, or that's it, or what? Maybe she needs to do 4,000 hours of her jumping up and down. I know a few people that would watch that. Alright guys, take care and let me know what you think below. And let us know about yourself below.